The goal this year is to spend £1 million on stock. Loads of FBM orders, about 40 FBM orders to go out. Quite embarrassing standing there holding up the queue. Some pallets here of this Ryobi stock. Just think every time I label it, 50p. So good morning people, and welcome to the first day in the life video of 2026. Now we've had a pretty busy month so far. I've been really focusing on the sourcing. The goal this year is to spend £1 million on stock. Now, those of you who follow me, you would know I've done the 0 to 50k challenge, I've done the 0 to 500k, and then more recently, we done the 0 to £1 million. Now that was revenue on Amazon, but this year I'm not going for a revenue goal. I'm gonna go for investment into stock because that is something that I can manage, improve, and try and do to get better results on Amazon. It's all well and good chasing sales and orange bars, etc. But this year I want to spend £1 million on stock. So far this year, we've done £106,000 spend so far on stock, and we could have another 10, 15, 20k spend this week. I am pretty stretched at that, but I wanted to start the year off properly. And in fact, the first week of this year, I spent maybe 70, 80k on stock. So that's the goal for the year, is to spend more on stock. We've got a sheet set out, so we're gonna manage the spend, track it a lot better, and we need to probably hit, around £80,000 a month to hit that target. Obviously this month, we're well over that. But yeah, been a really, really good end to last year. In fact, last year in general, really good. Didn't quite get to the target we wanted, but that's fine. So the Q4 just gone, we made a lot of money, a lot of profit, and obviously we've had all the payouts from that this month. So I've hit it really hard, literally spent every single penny back into the business, and I actually spent the first week of the year just doing a little bit more outreach, a little bit of sourcing. We've opened 3 new wholesale accounts, we've done 3 orders with them, and 2 or 3 of them are looking like replenishable stock that we can then replenish. That's one of the goals this year as well, to get into more replenishable stock, so you have a sort of base set of ASINs that are selling continually month in, month out, and then add different bits and pieces onto that as well. But this year we're really gonna sort of break through into what I would say is the life-changing sort of profits. We hit the 20, 24, maybe 25Ks back end of last year, but this year I think we're really going to push to the sort of the 30s, 40s, and maybe even 50k profit months, which is pretty sort of life-changing amounts of money. I know obviously we're just keep reinvesting at the minute, but next year and the year after, when you're consistently doing them sort of months, and you can start taking money out of the business or more money out of the business, that's when it's really going to sort of change your life. So this year again, it's just going to be heavily reinvesting, but we're really going to hit some good numbers this year. I spent the last 2 years sort of systemizing this and really sort of dialing in how it works, and it's so efficient at the minute, from the sourcing to the prep to the shipping to the managing the returns to everything about the business we've really got dialed in. And with wholesale, once you've got your suppliers, once you're working with top suppliers, once you've dialed in how to do all of that, it's very, very easy. There's so many products out there, and I'm not saying it's easy, at the start. I've been in the game for a long time now, but like I said, the start of this year, I reordered from 2 or 3 suppliers that I work with. I used my sourcing method to do a bit of outreach or get on with some other suppliers, opened 3 new accounts, ordered with them. Within 5 days, I'd spent loads of money, new accounts open, and the amount of products that is out there is, you can't even really imagine, or you can't even comprehend, especially if you're new to Amazon. I remember back in the day, trying to find products, online or whatever, it seemed really difficult, couldn't find this, couldn't get that, couldn't find the products at the right price. But when you're deep in this, when you really get into it and you've got all the methods and the systems in place, there's so much you can buy. The only issue I have is not having enough cash to buy the stock, which of course is a good position to be in. It's where, everyone wants to get to. But the thing I'm loving about, wholesale is not only just the scalability, but, I've built relationships over the last few years with directors, business owners, wholesale business owners doing, millions a month or millions a year in revenue, and you really build relationships and you just level up yourself. When you're speaking to business owners that are in this game, that are, doing high numbers, that, really successful, you start leveling up yourself, not only in business, but as a person. So I've just been really thankful recently for the sort of journey I've been on, the people I've been speaking to, the businesses I'm involved with, and it's just growing year on year. I think I've done 80 to 100% growth year on year since I started this business, or at least since sort of 22, 23. But I'm not saying I'm going to do, 100% growth this year, because that would be multi-7 figures, and obviously it does slow down when you start getting up there. But just knowing how this business works, what sort of money you can make, and I've got Justinas in full time now doing lots of prep and stuff. So essentially all I do is order the stock, and I am planning, not this year, but definitely next year and the years going forward, to take more of a back seat from the business, because once you've got 5, 10, 15, 20 suppliers that you work with on a regular basis, all you have to do is order the stock, it gets prepped and sent in, and ordering's done, WhatsApp, phone call. You're not spending hours trying to find products, sourcing, trying to find suppliers. So that's the position we're getting into. We're sort of there already, but I just really want to push it this year to get, you know, really far ahead. But yeah, just loving how it's going at the minute. Had a really positive start to the year in life, in business in general, really, you know, locked in. I don't think I've ever been this motivated. I'm currently on, you know, a 90-day, no drink, eating clean, gym 6-7 times a week, which is, you know, really up for still. We're getting towards the end of January now, and I'm still super motivated. I know a lot of people will start dropping off. I've noticed some people, you know, dropping off already, or, you know, losing that sort of motivation. But getting the first 3 months of the year in and really smashing that is going to, you know, set you up for the rest of the year. So that's where we're at currently. Now, today's plan is we've got a few pallets to prep, some stuff that arrived on Friday. It's currently Monday, the 26th of January today. So we're going to go through that. I've also got to go through the warehouse. I want to get as much stock in, clear through, you know, it's a bit messy in there at the minute. And I think we are going to end up moving into a bigger space this year in the coming months, because it's pretty full out there now, and we've still got pallets and pallets of stock to come. So it is getting a bit tight in here. My lease does run out this year for this premises as well. I would have to renew it, and it will be going up. Well, I'm pretty sure they put the prices up. So I'm going to speak to them probably this week or next week, see what the price is going to go up to, and then see what other properties I can get in the local area, because, you know, obviously to scale this, to grow this, I need more space. And because it's so tight in there, it's a bit messy. We haven't got racking, you know, it can be a little bit tricky to work sometimes. So if I can get a bigger space, we can organize it better and just work better. Just again, just try and streamline, systemize, make this business as easy to run as possible. So yeah, jumping on the computer now, got a few bits to do on the Discord mentorship group, and then I've got a one-to-one mentoring call at 10 a.m. I'm going to do that, and then we're out in the warehouse doing some prep. So let's crack on. So that's the computer stuff done, call done, and now I've got to go to the post office because there is loads of FBM orders, about 40 FBM orders to go out. I probably need to arrange Royal Mail big collections from here. Haven't sorted that out yet. Another job on the list, but we're gonna go post them now, and then time to prep, baby. Right, I'm going to have to do something about that. I actually feel quite embarrassing standing there holding up the queue. I thought there was like 40 parcels, but I think there was more like 70. So yeah, I need to try and work out how to get them collected. I think they're most of them. So not sure how we're going to make that more efficient, but definitely need to start getting them collected, so we ain't got to sit in there and hold the queue up, because that is a bit long. So we are here. Just going to show you quickly what we're going to do today. Justinus is already in here prepping some FBM orders, but we've got some pallets here of this Ryobi stock, 2 pallets of them. They got to go in today, and then there's just shit everywhere in here. We got to have a sort through. I've also got a little room out the back here. This is generally where we put sort of returns. Got boxes in here to go through, and then we've also got some other bits and pieces in here. So I'm just going to basically go through what we can. I'm going to get them 2 pallets of Ryobi tools sorted and done today. And then we're just going to clear through the warehouse, because over the next week or two, we have got a shitload of stock coming. So about to start prepping the Ryobis. There is 70 we can fit on a pallet. We've done a little on the floor down there, a little practice layer. So we can get 70 on a pallet. I think we've only got about 100 units. So we're going to do 1 pallet, and then we might have to box the rest in. Just put it in the box and the SKU labels off now. And then we're going to get cracking and get this done. And then we're going to look at the rest of the unit and see what we can get sent in. So that's 9 LG tellies just turned up, 50 to 60 pound profit in each of those. Sold them many a times before, great product, lovely. And that is a prime example of why I love those type of products. Just spent 20 minutes prepping it. Granted, there was 2 of us, but 20 minutes prepping it. That pallet's done, going to get collected and sent into Amazon, and that's probably £700 to £1,000 in profit. The reason it's such a big gap is because it's pretty early on in the year for them types of products, so I may start selling them slowly now at a lower price, but I could probably sell them, you know, good 2, 3, 4 quid higher as we get into the spring. But they're replenishable, so I could easily sell them now, reorder, sell more in the spring. I basically just bought them to sort of test the waters a little bit, get them sent in and see how they get on. But order from the supplier, gets delivered, 20 minutes to prep, straight back into Amazon, £700 plus profit. Lovely job, right? And I can reorder them as well, like I just said. So going to test them out, possibly order some more. Lovely little product, easy to label, easy to prep, beautiful, lovely, that's what we want. I have got some beauty products I'm going to prep today at some point. These are the fiddly little things, putting labels on. I really don't like doing it, but we're going to do it for the content so you can see that I do, you know, some smaller bits as well. But yeah, got to squeeze the gym in today as well. I'm going to jump on the computer for a little bit right now, probably hit the gym, then come back and do some more prep. So let's get on with it. Now, as I am on a little bit of a health kick, I've pretty much been having the same meals for the last month, and my go-to lunch at the minute is 300 grams of mince, and there's like half a pack of rice. So I don't know what that is, 125, maybe 150 grams of rice. Loads of protein, decent amount of carbs. Get this in just before the workout. Really working on the fitness as well this year, just to stay, you know, mentally stable. I think it's so important to work on your physical and mental health when you're doing anything sort of business related. The best way I've found to work on your mental health is to work on your physical health. So getting in the gym, doing hard workouts, running, you know, that really, you know, has helped my mental, like, you know, over 80%, 90% over the last few years. So yeah, eating clean and in the gym a lot recently, and you know, I'm already seeing the productivity, the focus, everything's improved. When you're not, you know, drinking all the time, eating shit food, your mood's better, you can concentrate more, work harder. And I've ate basically 3 meals a day at this desk a lot of time this month, or sometimes at home. I've had it at the home desk. But yeah, gonna get this down and then we shall be heading to the gym. So we're currently on a 6-day split, and today is push day, the best day of the week. So let's get in there and let's get cracking. Get 32s, hopefully. Now the camera's on, you get extra strength. So nice little push session done. And whilst I was in the gym, I've received messages from 2 suppliers about some potential products. And this is what I was talking about earlier on. Once you've got the systems and everything in place, it's so easy to get hold of products. I've literally been in the gym for what, an hour and 15 minutes. I've had a message from one supplier that I, you know, regularly use, have had for a while now. Them products are no good, I said no. But the other supplier sent me through a few products. And I've just had a quick look at one of them, and it could be a potential product. I'm gonna have to try and negotiate the price. But when you haven't got to do the sourcing, you just save so much time. Like, you can literally be anywhere, in bed, in the gym, wherever. I'm sometimes in bed at night and I'm getting pings through at 10 o'clock at night with potential products that are coming through, that are upcoming. So it's all about building that foundation of suppliers that you can work with regularly, and then, you know, building up your rapport with them, building up your friendship with them, and then you start being able to get better products, better prices. And honestly, like I said before, I don't want to keep going on, but it's just insane the sort of scalability and the levels that this can be taken to. So I'm going to head back to the unit now. I've got some beauty products to prep, and I'm also going to check some of these products that I've been sent over. The only thing with stuff like this is you do have to be fast. You know, if I don't reply straight away, they may send it out to someone else, or they may have sent it out to a couple of people. But once you build up your friendship and your rapport with the suppliers, that's when you get the messages first. So one supplier, he sends me stuff first. I then obviously get first look at it. If I say no, it will then go out to his other people. But that's taken me, you know, a bit of time to build up. I've had to place orders. I've had to take products that I didn't particularly want, because it's all about building that relationship, and that relationship is crucial for your success. So yeah, back to the warehouse, back to prepping. Let's go. So this is probably the most boring job when it comes to Amazon. I have got hundreds, if not thousands, of these to label. Justina's has done most of them, but I'm gonna have a little go, put the effort in for the team. Over the recent years, I've been pretty much avoiding beauty products, not because they don't work, they're not profitable, but I just find it more fun not having to do these and, you know, replenning them and labeling them. However, this year, yeah, I am trying to get more stuff like this. Not only does it sell really well, a good sell-through rate, which is good for your account health, so you can get your account health up, but if you can replenish them, especially, you know, you can just buy a few thousand of these each month, you get that more guaranteed income. I found a supplier this year for these, ordered, probably got about 4,000 in total coming, just labelling them. But of course, when you've got thousands of these to do, put a label on, it's not very fun. But like I said, this year, trying to get more replens going on top of everything else we're doing as well. Just really trying to build that sort of sustainability, as it were. Trying to work out where's the best place to actually put these on. Go about there. So yeah, we've got a few beauty lines this year. I think we've already probably got, I'd say maybe 10 plus replens already ordered, or at least the first order done to sort of test them, see how they go this year already. Yeah, just got to keep going, keep ordering, keep going. So yeah, I've done about 10 of these and I've had enough already. So I'm gonna crack on with this anyway and check back in a minute. Oh, I was get comfy, I suppose. Have a little relax. Sitting down, look comfy, just putting a few labels on, not a care in the world. Look, this is a lovely job. Back's not hurting, you're not standing out there labelling, are you? Look, nice warm office. Just think every time I label it, 50p. So it's currently 4 o'clock. I've been sitting at the computer doing some different bits and I've been sorting out some returns, and I just wanted to show you the software that I've been using for returns. It's really simplified the process for me and just saves so much time. If you've got returns you're getting back and you want to claim for, probably the easiest way to do it. So the tool I'm using is called Seller Site. I will leave a link in the description, but you go down to the returns tab and then you can start going through all of your returns in there. You literally just hit the claim button, that takes you through to Amazon, and then you can make a claim and it gives you all the relevant information there. Now a lot of sellers don't keep on top of their returns. Even some experienced ones I know, they just don't, keep on top of their returns. When they're getting products sent back, they're just putting it to the side. Now you bleed so much money from your business. If you're not staying on top of your returns, you are losing so much money. Especially me, I sell some higher end items, so if I get a £300-400 item returned, I need to get on top of that and get some reimbursement back if I can. One thing to remember is, right, you can't just claim for something that's been sent back. If you've been sent, say, this mug back, right, it's been sent back to you. If it's fine, right, send it back in, resell it. Loads of the returns I get, they're completely resellable. You just get them sent back to you. Now, another thing you can't claim for, let's say the box is damaged, it's got a few dents in it, obviously it's been shipped in, it's been shipped back. You're going to struggle to claim for that. Now, what you can do is sell that as used like new on Amazon, or you can just sell it on eBay, or even send it back in as new. It really depends on the product. But if you're getting stuff back that's completely battered, there's parts missing, the wrong items in there, there's loads of different reasons you can make claims, right? But you have to keep on top of it and you need to do it. It really impacts your cash flow if you're not managing your returns. Now with Seller Site, you literally click a few buttons, it copies all the relevant information, and you literally just go and do a claim. I may make a full video just showing how to actually sort your returns out, because to be fair, I was one of them sellers until recently, last few months. I used to get them, pile them up, leave them in the corner, but you lose so much money. And just through doing this, I claimed back hundreds, I think £500+ in the first week, just going through claims and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much going to wrap this day of the life up. I'm just doing some stuff on the computer now, which obviously I'm not going to show you. A little bit of sourcing. I did reply to the supplier about some products on that list. A few of the bits have gone, and there is one potential product on there. I would need to get it cheaper. It is selling 500 units a month, but at the minute I'm not 100% keen. I have spent loads of money this month so far, and we may have a few deals coming through this week, so I'm just going to leave that for now and not overdo it. And we're finally starting to see some stock land. So over the last week, some of our stocks landed. So far today we're at £500 plus profit, and it's nice to get back up to them numbers that we was hitting. We've had a fairly decent month overall, but considering we didn't really have much stock in, we've had to order it, get it in, get it prepped. It's nice to start seeing the numbers come back up. But February especially, we should really start going through the gears and getting back into them sort of 20k plus profit months. But that's going to wrap this video up anyway. The first day in the life of the year 2026. There's going to be plenty more coming, but I hope that's given you some inspiration, some motivation, and hopefully giving you some good value when it comes to selling on Amazon. And I still think it's one of the best business models you can start. Yes, you have to invest into stock, but sellers are dropping off because it's a little bit harder to start now. The ungating's a bit tougher. Amazon is not so rewarding, especially for arbitrage sellers. I think people are dropping off, which for me, or for existing sellers, or for people that really want to start and really stick with it, there's a lot of opportunity, there's a lot of room opening up, especially when it comes to the wholesale side of things, because you're getting really good prices that most other sellers can't find. And Amazon has, or is actually reducing a lot of the fees this year as well, which is a bonus for us sellers. It's probably the first time I've ever known that happening. They've already done it on a few categories, a few products, and it's going to continue into pretty much all products on Amazon. So really excited for that. Hopefully profit margins go up, less competition. I think this is probably going to be the best year on Amazon to date for me and for a lot of sellers. Now, if you are just getting started on Amazon and you've got a small budget and you want to sort of learn the ropes, get into arbitrage, then join my arbitrage group. But if you do want to get into wholesale, you do want to know exactly how we source products, and you want to know how we find products different to pretty much anyone out there, which gives you access to products and prices that 99% of other sellers can't find, then book a call in below through the mentorship. I do a 12-month wholesale mentorship where I show you exactly how we do it, exactly how to find these products. And we've seen some amazing success in there, even just this year from new starters. People are finding amazing products. And I know 2026 is going to be a great year. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.